In this episode, we're making a real run for the Champions League spot. We're also competing in the Spanish Cup, in which we're doing marvelous, but is it enough for us to clinch that title? And we're also playing in the Conference League. We're reaching very far in the latter stages, but are we gonna have enough to get our first piece of silverware in this episode? Go ahead and watch the rest of the episode to find out. So, guys, let's get on with it then. This season, we are predicted to come in sixth, and sixth is actually pretty good. We are expecting, me myself, I'm expecting to come in the fourth position because I think sixth is a little bit low. Let me show you how we started the season. We started it pretty well. We have won 5 games and draw one, and we've drawn against Barcelona, so not too bad, I would say. Here you can see all the games that we already played. We did have to play in the Europa Conference League qualifying parts, but we won that quite easily. The victories aren't um, extravagant, like they're not big, but they're okay. We have a 3-1, 3-1, 3-2, 0-1, and 2-1, and a tie against Barcelona, which is not bad. I'm really looking forward to what we can do in the UEFA Conference League. We did draw some weaker teams. We drew two teams from Cyprus, Union Berlin, who are the toughest one, I think, and Victoria Pilsen. So not too bad. So that's how we got on with the season. Let me show you what kind of transfers we made. We have to start in the in the last season where we already signed some players. Ali Kadim, I had him on my radar for a long time already. 18-year-old Swedish winger who's very good, great physicals, 20 determination. You love to see it. And I've bought him for 5 million and then loaned him straight out again to Malmo. And then next season he's going to be joining us. But I think if he joins us, he's a immediate starter for us. So let's see how he develops there. Then Mark Casedo, just a backup guy, 12.5k. He's not very good, he's just very versatile, so just got him on a free. Great mentals, of course, and he's just a ball winning midfielder if we don't have anyone else left. Then Serhii Milinkovic or Olinik. He is an Ukrainian right back. We bought him as well and loaned him straight back out. So next season he'll come in and he's probably going to be our starting right back or maybe even a centre back with his 17 first touch. He could be a great ball playing defender as well. So we'll just see how he develops and what he comes in as. Then we have Rashid Slimani, who is our record signing. And if you look at this guy, you might not think, does he really have it? But this guy has a driven personality. When I signed him, he had 4.5-star potential. And look at these mentals already: 16 teamwork, 12 anticipation, 12 composure. Very well rounded. And I just hope he can do whatever he does best. He already played 6 games for us and has a 7.2 average rating. So I'm really happy with that signing. And then on the other side, we also had some sales. Of course, we did let go of a couple of players. First of all, Sana Fernandez, no very noteworthy player, was very good. We didn't really play him a lot. I don't understand why. Bought him in for 2.9 and now sold him on for 9 million, so not too bad business there. Then Pablo Maffeo brought him in for 11 million. He played 2 seasons for us, didn't really impress, so sold him on for 12 million. A little profit there. And unfortunately didn't really come anything of it. And then two big sales. Franco has left. We brought him in for 2.5, sold him for 9.2. He played a lot for us, but he just wasn't good enough anymore. And Fernando, the Brazilian striker, who we bought on a free, but we sold him on for 20 million to Qatar because he wasn't performing like I expected to, and I of course already signed Slimani in his place. So that were all the sales that we did last season. Now this season we also did a lot more sales and we bought a lot more players. The sales aren't that noteworthy. We just sold a couple of backup players. Patrick Dorgu, who we bought for 8 million, didn't really play a lot or get a lot of playing time. So we sold him on to Saudi Arabia for 7 mil. Piatek, who we brought in on a free, sold to Fenerbahce for 3.5 million. He didn't really get to play a lot this season because we of course now have two wonder kids in that attack. Then David Sima, who we brought in at one of the first players, 1.4 million, sold him for 1.3, so made a little bit of a loss, but he didn't really get any playing chance anymore. And Ruben Polido, same thing, bought him in for 2.9, was a backup, loaned him out, then sold to Ameria. And that's actually everyone that left. Also Gonzalo Maroni, who we brought in at the beginning of the save for free. He didn't never really played for us, but he's going to be sold after his loan. So they have a option to buy him. And then let me show you this wonder kid galore. Let me start with Franco Albonos, the guy I brought in first. Bought him in, loaned him out immediately. Great technicals, mentals where you need them, and physically a beast. So loan him out now to Real San Sebastian. Hopefully we'll have a spot for him because he's a non-European player next season, but we'll see about that. Then a free wonder kid that I brought in. This guy is fairly determined, has great physicals, 17 determination, which I liked. A good player, so I just bought him in and put him in my 19s and hope he develops. Then Daniel Sebotari, 15.5 million, and look at this guy, mentally insane, physically okay, driven personality, technically already a beast, so I hope that this guy will really help us get to the next level as well. Then 19.5 million for Marvin Koulibaly. Bought him in, loan him out again. This guy needs some playing time, and he didn't really match what my assistant or my manager was looking for, so I just loaned him out so he would get the playing time that he needs. And then we have Quentin Merlin, who we brought in as a backup. 3.7 million, not too bad. He's a good backup for us to have. Alvaro Odriozola, some of them might know him from his time at Real Madrid and Barcelona. Just a backup to have in our team. He's playing a lot of games for some reason, but I don't want him to play because he's trash. Then also Axel Tuan Zebe, the youngster who was playing a lot for Manchester City or Manchester United back in the day, and then he really didn't really break through. He went to Ipswich and then got released on a free, so we picked him up as a backup to have whenever our youngsters come play. And then last but not least, Alexander Radovic. Look at this guy, mentally insane, physically all right, well rounded, and technically also very, very good. He could be a very good advance forward for us if we just retrain him into that position. Only 7 mil for this guy. Really have high hopes for this guy. Really looking forward to how he can develop. And then if I go to my team and I do my pick best 11, you see we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 wonder kids here. The Turkish wonder kid and Vladimir Ureka. The Slovakian wonderkid, then Maxim Ivanov, the Ukrainian, right here. Leonard Minitro, our other wonderkid, 20 years old. Sebotari, 19 years old. Ole Favre, 19 years old. Fabricio Lopez, 20 years old, and Richard Slimani, 20 years old. So a very, very young team. And on the bench we also have Watao, 19 years old, Pau Trim, 22 years old, Akale, 23 years old, Merlin, 26 years old. So we have a very, 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 very young team. And a lot of youngsters also loaned out so they can get some playing time. So this team is a team that's going to do it. I will be back to you when I reach the January transfer window and I will show you what kind of transfers we made there. If we don't make any transfers, then I will just skip through to the youth intake. The youth intake is upon us and it's not that good this year. Yalda Diaz is our best rated prospect who is already a decent goalkeeper, could still improve a lot. 4.5 stars potential, so looking forward to what he can bring. Then the other players that I got in are basically just players that are fairly determined, good personality and good determination, like this guy, like Paul Sardalik, and like Antonio Sol. Very good mentals, 17 natural fitness. Could maybe be a backup, but not sure. We'll see what he turns out to be. And then I wanted to show you something very special where we're standing right now. So we are sixth in the league with Girona on 60 points. And once again, if we lose one, we're in eighth. And if we win one, we could be in the Champions League spot. So really hoping that we can do that. We're also in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Conference League against Deal, so gonna be a tough game there. And actually, a team I don't know from Hungary, Debrecen, they've also made it in after beating some Lech and OB. So that's pretty interesting for them. And then the Spanish Cup. We are the winners of the Spanish Cup after beating Villarreal on penalties in the final. And this was a crazy, crazy cup game for us because we won here the first round 5-3, then 6-1, then 4-2 against Atletico. So we beat Atletico. Then we also in the quarters beat Atletico Madrid. Then in the semifinals, we got through on penalties against Almeria, and then we won on penalties against Villarreal. So our first silverware is upon us. We have gotten the Spanish Cup, which is great for us. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be simming through the end of the season, and I'm going to show you if we made the final and if we possibly won the final and if we're going to be playing Champions League next season. Anyway, I'll see you in a blip. So guys, the 28th, 29th season has finally finished. And let me tell you, we've done some incredible things. At the end of the season, I really needed the Champions League spots, so I decided to fire my current manager for 1.5 million and hired another one who's better, one who has better stats and everything, and he gave us what we wanted. Let's first take a look at the new arrivals. Of course, we paid a lot of money this transfer season, but it was definitely worth it. Slimani, the one kid that came in for 45 million, has 23 goals, and the Dani Sebutari, 28 appearances, 4 goals, 9 assists, also very, very well. And as you can see, all of the signings we made had a average rating of 6.7 and higher, which is great to see. Really loving that. Also, Alexander Radenkovic, 8 goals, 6 assists, 23 games and 23 as a substitute, which is okay. This guy's 20 years old, he can still improve a lot. So very happy with the transfers. And let's now jump into the most important thing of this episode, the season's result. We've come in fourth, so we're playing Champions League next season. Let's get in there. I will show you what happened after, I think, the match against Real Español. I hired a new manager and he went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game win streak. Like very close wins, don't get me wrong, but still 6 very important wins, including a 1-0 victory over Real Madrid at home. And look at this end of the season run. This really made sure that we got that fourth position and playing Champions League, so very happy with that. Also, you already saw that we won the Spanish Cup against Villarreal, and let me show you something else. We've actually won the Conference League as well. We've gone on to tie Lille, then win 0-1 at away from at home at them, and then we beat Roma in a 3-2 thriller where we just got the better of them. Lopez scoring, Milito scoring, and Slimani scoring. We have a new manager now, and he's playing a different system. He's playing a 4-3-3, so we're going to need to buy players for that tactic. But look at this, guys. Like, it's absolutely insane what he did with the team. Beat Roma, they had a lot more chances, but we still won. Very happy with that. Very, very, very happy with that. Looking forward to next season, where should be playing um, Conference League and we won the cup. So I think maybe even Sevilla is playing European because we have gotten the Conference League. I don't know how that works. Maybe Roma gets it then. I think it maybe goes to the league. Um, so very, very, very happy with those results. Our biggest win is a 7-0 victory over Victoria Pilsen, and of course the 1-3 victory away at Real Madrid is one to remember. Then let's go to the finances. Of course, we're going to be playing Champions League money to the next season, so the money is going to rise a lot. We got a lot more competition prize money because we got so far in Conference League, and also because we've been playing in Europe for a couple of seasons, so you get more money the years that you've played in it. We've got more sponsorships, but let me tell you, next season is gonna be the jackpot. Champions League money is already like 30 million that we get standard as competition prize money, so really looking forward what we can do there. Then how we lined up. I think I have a really good balance in the team now. Like as you can see, this is how we lined up. And of course, next season we're going to be playing a 4-3-3 because we have a different manager. But as you can see, we do need some backup in the defense. I think in the midfield and in the attack we're good. We have two great wonder kids here. We have good midfielders, but we still need some backups in the defense department. So I think that's the most important thing that I'm going to be looking for in this transfer window is going to be the defense. As you can see, the accolades, most goals by player in the season. I think Fabrizio is because he scored that many goals in the cup. I think this is also in a league match. Oh no, this is in a match. So scored 4 goals in one match. Most assists by a player in the season, 18 assists for Valentin Barco, who is wanted right now by Real Madrid, Liverpool, and Newcastle. Oh. Tottenham not wanted, but look how good this guy is. He doesn't want to sign a new deal, but I really want to keep him here. So if we could keep him here, that would be great. And most player of the match awards as well for Valentin Barco. That history in the making. Of course, you can see the manager timeline. We have got the Spanish Cup and the Conference League, so 2 silverwares in the club. Very nice. Let's finish up and see what else we have here. I think we also have the supporters profile here. 1.1 million social media followers, so we're finally starting to grow. And our season ticket waiting list is also growing. 20k supporters now, 3.3 million followers, which means we're really growing. Let's accept this current vision, and the board kind of expects us to be the best of the rest and try to qualify every time for the Champions League. So that's going to be a very hard ask, but we're going to try to do that. Anyway, let me also show you the finances because I did offer a lot of new contracts to players. So as you can see, the wages are rising, but now that we're playing Champions League, it might not be that bad. As a projection, we're starting to we're looking to lose money, but we're in debt for 76 million. But once we get the Champions League money in, which is 30 million, and we get the prize money in for the Spanish League, we're gonna have a lot of money to spend. And we've actually got a transfer budget of 28 million. So looking to see maybe I can sell someone on for a profit. I don't think I'm going to make a lot of transfers because I don't really want to sell a lot of players because the team that I have now is good and the rotations are good, but we're just gonna see. Before I end the video, I want to ask you, please leave a like and subscribe down below if you want to see more. I know a lot of you aren't subscribed, and subscribing helps me out a ton. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed and see you in the next one.